Hi, Robert Chuckrow here. I'm going to talk about the elasticity of our tissues of the body and how elasticity comes into doing Tai-Chi in a very beautiful way. So first I'll define elasticity, then I'm going to show you a very short 1-minute video which dramatizes elasticity, and then I'll do some movements which will and talk through how the elasticity is helping to do the movement. Here is a spring. It's made out of steel, spring steel, and if I squeeze it, it doesn't just stay there when I let go. It comes back to its original shape. That's the definition of elasticity. When you distort something and it comes back to the original shape, then it's elastic. I can also stretch it. As I do so, each little increment causes me to have to pull harder and harder, larger force. Now I let it go, it comes back. Now if I really had the strength to do it and stretched it out so we're almost on a line, it wouldn't come back. And that's called the elastic limit, which every object has some limit where past that point it won't return. So our tissues have elasticity. As soon as we deviate from the neutral position, which happens in Tai Chi because of momentum, and if you're really relaxed, there'll be an excursion, and then that will stretch the tissues in the body, and then at a certain point it'll bring them back and give it new motion. And that comes from nature. You don't have to do that kind of thing. So the horizontal components of the circular movements of the arms in Tai Chi and other movements come from the elasticity and the shifting and turning of the hips. And I'll show you that in the last part. The video I'm going to show you next is a commercial that I downloaded from YouTube, and it's very short. It's only a minute, and it shows an elastic band being used by hooking onto one car, pulling another car that's stuck in the sand out by the leading car is going forward, stretching the band, and then suddenly the car gets yanked out by the elasticity. And that's actually very similar to what happens with our tissues, maybe not as dramatically, but that's what happens.
Hercules nylon snatch straps have so much stretch, they'll recover vehicles as bogged as this with just a gentle pull. If you or your mate is stuck, it's as easy as throwing on the snatch strap and slowly driving forward. This stretches the strap and uses the built-up kinetic energy to free the stuck vehicle. Because it's nylon, it'll stretch heaps without a huge jerk. That's good for you and your vehicle. They're one of the first bits of gear you need in your vehicle, and by choosing a nylon snatch strap from 4Drive Supercenter, you're getting a great quality strap at a dirt cheap price.
The first movement I'm going to talk about is withdraw and push. So I'm in roll back and press, and I sit back. Now my arms have mass, and therefore they have inertia, which means unless there's a force, they're not going to move or change their direction of movement if they are moving. So when I sit back, they tend to lag behind. That stretches my arms. Now my arms are starting to come back. When they're about halfway back, I start going forward, and now it's compressing. And when I start going back, not only do they have forward movement, but they also have the elastic compression pushing them forward, etc. So this is what it looks like. Etc. Single whip, etc. Another move is repulse monkey. So I'm here, And as I turn, my shoulder's going forward, and it's pushing my arm out forward, so it has motion forward. And now I stop and turn back. When I turn back, my hand is still tending to go forward. So this stretches the tissues in my shoulder girdle, etc. And I step back and it gets pulled, and there it is. It was stretched and then it pulls back. And now the other arm. So it's not this. I don't have to move my arm out and then pull it back. It does it, nature does it for me. Another move is the punch. Deflect downward, parry. And now watch, I'm shooting my arm out. Whoa! My body stopped, but my arm now went a little further and stretched, and now it comes back. For two reasons. One is I'm turning, but also the stretch is pulling it back. Here, the same thing. And the push again. So there is, it's in every move. Every move has it. And there, all you have to do is look for it. And when you find it, you will be amazed at how wonderful it is to feel that. And of course, it's also very good for the body. Very, very good, because it's stretching acupuncture meridians, it's stretching blood vessels, it's stretching nerves, allowing lymph to flow, all these wonderful things. Thank you.